There are times where I think America has to be beyond question the stupidest country in the entire world. And there are times where I look to what's going on in this country and I get all of the validation I need. But nothing gives me more validation on my questioning of the intelligence of this country as a whole than looking at our modern political system, and in particular, the candidates for president in 2016. Oh my God. Seriously, America, this is the best that we could freaking do? For those of you that hate Obama, you've had almost 8 years to prepare, and these are the asshats that you've come up with. For those of you that kind of like Obama, but you think the Democrats could do better or do more and be more productive and more accomplished and more successful, you had almost 8 years to prepare your bench strength. And these idiots are the best that you could come up with. The hell is wrong with this country, and in particular, this joke-ass two-party political system? Holy Christ. I don't know what's worse. I don't know if it's the Democrats or the fucking Republicans anymore. The Democrats now have become so progressive that they fucking went full circle to regressive. Look at the candidates that are left. Let's not even talk about the ones that were in the race at one point in time, like Lincoln Chafee and Jim Webb. Holy Christ. Those were 2 of your 5 candidates on your side of the fence for the most important office in the world. Jim Webb and Lincoln Chafee! And then we look what's left. You've got the presumptive front runner in Hillary Clinton, who was wrong on Iraq, wrong on the Patriot Act, as friendly to Wall Street as any politician, especially even on the Republican side. We're going to trust her to fix corruption in the economic system when she's been beholden to it for many years and in many ways is prisoner to it based off of the campaign contributions that she gets. Hillary Clinton! Again, some of the most important issues of this country over the past 15 years. And she has been wrong time after time after time. She was against gay marriage before she was for it. It's worse than a John Kerry fucking flip-flop. Holy Christ. And furthermore, when it comes to the ridiculous of this whole notion, it's great that she's a woman, and at some point in time this country needs to have a female president. Complete agreement here. But another person that's as much a part of the political problem as anybody, that's been a part of the political machine of this country for decades, almost 70 damn years old, this is who you're turning to. Who is clearly a Democrat in name only, frankly would be the most skilled Republican out of all of them and the most qualified Republican of all of them. And the newsflash, he's not a freaking husband, and furthermore, I still come back to this fundamentally at the end of the day. This lady couldn't even run her own goddamn marriage right, her own bedroom right. And there are people that think that she can run the damn country effectively? Holy Christ. This reminds me of the Hillary Clinton campaign workers that I ran into when I was living in Iowa in the build-up to the 2008 caucus. One of these 3 idiots tried to tell me I should support Hillary because she was against the war in Iraq. And I said, the same war that she voted to give Bush the authorization for, right? End of discussion. The second guy sitting there going, well, you know, she's for equal rights for all. I said, so why is she opposed to gay marriage then? You of all people should be pissed off at her for that. Next. And then the last one, this old bitch talking about how Hillary Clinton is so pro-union. How the fuck do you figure? This is somebody that sat on the board for Walmart for years and spent many years of her lawyering career defending companies like Walmart, who have been as anti-union as any fucking buddy. This is the ridiculousness and the stupidity of the Hillary Clinton supporters. And then you've got the popular pretender in Bernie Sanders. And there's something there about him that is kind of likable. You know, he's like the grumpy old man who is going to sit there and continue to pound the desk until everybody fucking listens to him, by God. He's taking his Metamucil. He's eating his 3 bowls of crackling oat bran. And by God, you're going to listen to him, or he's going to make you choke on some prune juice. What the problem is here's a guy, when you want to talk about a party that has Barack Obama in the office, the epitome of diversification in the American political system, now we're reverting back to a progressive socialist version of a Republican. An angry old white man who in this particular case thinks that one issue and one issue alone is the problem for every freaking thing, and that is class warfare. And that is talking about economic justice. Yes, that is important. And yes, there is a huge wealth and income disparity in this country, and that is a significant problem. But it is not the be-all, end-all. This guy has one mind, one focus, one track. And if anything diverts from that, he tries to bring it back to that. He is incredibly in it over his fucking head, and in no way, shape, or form should he be a president at any point in time. Why can't we have fucking age limits? Why do we have all these people in their late 60s and early and mid 70s running for president? Think about this. If you're a part of my generation or younger or even a little bit older, let's say in your 40s, would you want your parents, or if you're a part of my generation, your grandparents being in charge of the freaking country? I don't think so. And then you've got the waste of time, Martin O'Malley. I don't even know why I fucking mentioned him. But then we get to the Republicans, where the Republican motto for 2016 is clearly one thing and one thing only. Instead of trying to reach out and expand their scope, and then trying to expand their base and expand their reach and demographics, and understanding the changing, shifting demographics of the electorate of this country, the Republicans have doubled down. They have went all fucking in with them saying white is the only right. Because based off of the candidates and the talking points that they have thrown out there throughout 2015 and will continue to throw out there into 2016, that's the only philosophy that they clearly have. Let's go after the uneducated white people and drive them out in great droves, and that'll be enough to carry us like it did with Bush in 2004. I mean, holy Christ, look at who you have. Donald Trump. 3 marriages, 4 business bankruptcies. Frankly, the only reason he's even rich is because his daddy was rich. Small loan, my ass. And in terms of when you look at Donald Trump's performance over the years compared to the markets, it's average at best. You want to know what Donald Trump is? With all the crazy shit that he says, and all the stupid things that he says, and all the sexist, racist crap that spews out of his diarrhea hole with bad hair? He is a well-placed Clinton campaign troll. He is the ultimate Clinton campaign troll. And what is so funny about it is even Donald Trump and all of his Donald J. Trump supposed genius can't even see the fact that he's a well-placed Clinton troll. If you were trying to sit there and help Hillary Clinton get elected president, what would you do? Number 1, make sure you're not running against Barack Obama because he'll kick your teeth in. Number 2, you want to make sure you sabotage the other side of the fence, where you sit there and put somebody out there that's so fucking crazy and so far off the wall that anybody with any type of decent sense, any type of moderate person or independent person in their right mind wouldn't sit there and want to support him. That's Donald Trump. He's the ultimate Clinton campaign mercenary. He is a Clinton fucking troll within the GOP, and the problem is many of the GOP primary voters are too fucking stupid to see it. And they think this guy, the reality TV star, with 4 business bankruptcies and 3 marriages, so he can't run his fucking personal life right to save his ass, and he's used multiple loopholes, which I guess would be appropriate because the Republican Party loves to use tax loopholes to benefit big corporations. He's put people out of work and everything else with these business bankruptcies. He's defaulted on creditors, all of this crap. This is the guy that you're behind? Or then we got Ted Cruz, one of these idiots that cites the Constitution but clearly doesn't understand it. Talking about how gay marriage is a states' rights issue because it's not expressly covered in the Constitution. Well, if we look at it from a civil standpoint, I believe the 14th Amendment would cover that, jackass. And if we look at it from a religious standpoint, then the First Amendment would also speak out against that, because banning somebody from getting married because of their sexual orientation or their race would be something that would be classified as an establishment of religion, and therefore would be what? Oh, that's right, a violation of the First Amendment. This is a guy right after the San Bernardino shooting is having a freaking gun rally. You know it's bad when Congress people don't even like him. Ted Cruz! Just look at this grandiose, bloviating asshat. This is one of your top guns in the GOP. Ben Carson, who proves that just because you're a brain surgeon, it doesn't make you smart. Again, another one of these idiots that cites the Constitution and doesn't fucking understand it to say the least bit. He thinks the pyramids were built to store grain, for Christ's sakes. He's the same guy that says no Muslims should be allowed to be president of the U.S., even though that would again be an establishment of religion and expressly prohibited by the First Amendment. And even with our founding fathers, who, oh, by the way, happened to write the Constitution, expressly said there would not be a religious litmus test for public office. Yet here is Ben Carson, in over his head, who's gotten traction, for what reason I do not fucking know. Again, because it's the GOP saying, hey, we're not racist. At least we got a black guy in some contention similar to Herman Cain 4 years ago. Well, fucking A, they're kind of right compared to the white party and the Democrats. What the fuck do you expect? Shit. At least they've got some diversity in their damn freaking candidate pool. But of the diversity, you've got Ted Cruz, and you got Ben Carson. Oh, great. Then we got Marco Rubio, the great Cuban hope. Marco Rubio, the same guy that likes to use the Florida Republican Party credit card to finance himself and his wife. The same guy who can't even bother to go to work to do the job that he was elected to do, that he's paid by the taxpayers to do now. I mean, Jesus Christ. To me, Marco Rubio is like the guy that calls in from the job that he has to go and interview somewhere else. And then when he's in that other interview, when somebody says, what's the biggest trait you bring to the table, he talks about work ethic, punctuality, and attendance, and his ability to be counted upon and relied upon. All the while, he's called in to freaking work at the job that he does have. If Marco Rubio can't be trusted to do the job that he was already elected to do, what the hell makes you want to put him into an even bigger office? And for all of you idiots that sit there and want to knock Barack Obama and all the vacations that he took, do you realize that Bush took 2, if not 3 times more vacations in terms of the total number of vacations, the total number of days than Obama in the same length of time of administration? What the hell do you think Marco Rubio is going to do? They're going to have a new rule, the 2-day work week, every 3rd week of June, and that's it. The rest of it is fucking party time and spend taxpayers' money on bitches. Yeah, it's a celebration. Then we got Carly Fiorina. Who gives a fuck? She couldn't even run Hewlett-Packard right. But there are people that actually want her to be the president of the United States. I could see taking the business person approach, saying, hey, maybe a CEO approach to the political system would be a way to go. It's a ridiculous notion. It's a dumb notion. But you don't even have the right CEO. At least you're going to do that. At least go with Trump. I mean, Carly Fiorina had 1 CEO job, and she was terrible. Terrible. And if you're being generous, she was mediocre to below average. And then this is the bitch who can't befriend the truth no matter what, with all the Planned Parenthood BS and all of this. I mean, this is really one of your shining beacons. This is one of the idiots that Fox News is sitting there beating themselves off to in a similar fashion like MSNBC does with freaking Bernie Sanders. Give me a fucking break. And then you've got Jeb Bush. Oh, great, another fucking Bush. Let's continue that fantastic dynasty. Seriously, Jeb Bush is a candidate. Holy hell. And then Chris Christie. Oh, this jackass. His fucking war-hawking, police state-loving ass. This fat ass wants to sit there and bomb Arabs just like he bombs the freaking toilet bowl with his deuces. What a piece of shit. When I look at this race and I look at all of these candidates, it makes me fucking sick. It shows me how ridiculous and how broken this 2-party system is. You can vote for this idiot over here or this jackass over here, but yet you're too stupid to fucking figure out that they ultimately all end up in the same place and the same people win and everybody else freaking loses and nothing fucking matters and nothing fucking changes. If you think voting for Donald Trump is going to bring any real positive change, you're a moron. If you think of all people Hillary Clinton is going to affect any real positive change, you are the epitome of a fucking moron. And you're living in a delusional fantasy world cultivated by the media over the years for the freaking 90s where everything fucking was good except it really wasn't. And we still haven't finished paying the price for all the crap that happened during the 90s. Holy hell. If anything ever spoke to the importance of abolishing the two-party system, or at least getting some type of third party in there, some other type of representation for sane-minded people like myself and many of you in this country, this election cycle proves it. The Democrats have had 8 years to prepare for post-Obama, and this is the best we get. The GOP has had 8 years to prepare. They've had 8 years to reinvent themselves. They've had 2 presidential election cycles where they've gotten their shit pushed in and their teeth kicked down their throat. And this is the best they can do, and this is who they've come up with. Oh my God. So your choices, among others, are pretending Hillary is Bill, voting for the perfect personification of the GOP in many ways in Donald J. Trump, and thinking that in any way, shape, or form, he's anybody you want close to the nuclear codes or anything else important in this country. You've got Bernie Sanders, angry grandpa in a suit, and all these other far-right Tea Party whack job crazies that want to sit there and be fiscally irresponsible and go off to war every fucking where. I mean, seriously, these GOP alternatives are the same old gun-loving, gay-hating, war-hawking, tax break-giving motherfuckers that we've grown tired of. It's the same old shit. And the Democrats, it's the same old shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. You had 8 years to prepare, and this is the best you could fucking come up with. I don't see a single person in any way, shape, or form that I feel good voting for. When I vote in 2060, I'll probably vote for my damn self, because I'll be 35 then. I'm technically eligible. I'll vote for my fucking self. Because I wouldn't be perfect, but I have to think that I'd be more sensible than any of these idiots. And at least it would help my ego and make me feel good about myself, because I wouldn't feel like I was wasting my vote. At this point in time, you know what to me wasting your vote is? Is voting for any of these fucksticks that are a part of this corrupt two-party political system. Holy shit. Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Bernie Sanders, Marco Rubio, fucking gag me.